everyone. Hello. It is Jose and Call. You're watching Talking Ball, and we have a very special guest in for you today. And Jose, would you like to introduce our special guest?
Yeah, it's already been fun now, so people already know, but it is the wonderful and our very only Queen Elly.
Hello,
Elly.
guys. Right, lads.
Doing good. How are you?
Yeah, I've recovered from our 4-1. No, I won't even call it a thrashing because we had 9 men, for God's sake.
Right. Yeah.
You know
I was
what I
kind of
mean?
surprised it wasn't worse. I mean, right? Don't you think Chelsea? I don't know. I don't know. If I were them, I wouldn't be
better
Yeah.
because we had our chances.
True.
Oh,
Very true. And we can't wait to get some news from you. So
yeah.
Jose had been trying to get you on for a couple
I
days.
know. Sorry, I've had a few family things to sort out. You know?
No, don't apologize.
Yeah.
Oh no, God,
I
family.
wouldn't say you've had a few family things to sort out. I would have said you've had a couple of good quality family days.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
There you go.
I've been helping. I've been celebrating my daughter passing her driving test, and we're going out on Saturday.
Perfect. That's wonderful.
Yeah, been cinema.
You're not hungry today, are you?
Sorry.
You're not hungry today, are you?
No, I'm not hungry, but I've got a drink, so I'm all right.
I don't know, because when you were messaging me yesterday about the contents of what you bought at the cinema, I was like, well, you're not hungry then. Please don't talk with your mouth open.
Carrying it all in. We needed to grow 2 more arms.
But did you see my message to you as well? I said, don't talk while you're eating, or
I know. I saw it. Made me laugh.
You guys.
Funny, Jose.
Yes.
I love it.
Well, so how was the movie? How was the movie? We got to know before we get into business.
Oh, it was really good. It was quite gripping as well. But
what one did you see?
The Royal Hotel.
Oh, okay.
It was really good film. Really well acted by the 2 ladies. But even the supporting cast, Pucker, it was a really gripping, quite scary and moving as well, because you're all rooting for the girls. Yeah. So you got to watch it, boys. It's a brilliant film.
We'll check it out. I have to now. With a recommendation like that, I can't not see the movie. Yeah. So I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And it's based in Australia as well, where Angie's from.
Oh, Postacoglu tie-in. Can't beat that. I talked to it. There was an Australian man at the Nashville game I was at the other day, and he and I chatted. He was very happy with how Ange was doing. I told him, hey, we are too. I guess that's a perfect. Oh, sorry.
No disrespect, Colin. Colin sent me a vid, right? It being at the Nashville game that they lost. That Nashville lost 1-0. It was a second leg. So does that mean you lost over both legs? Because it said second leg on my phone.
Correct.
The clip that he sent to me, I don't know whether they were telling a player off or whatever, or a player being subbed, or a player being sent off, or a player.
No, their keeper was laying on the ground acting injured. They got a goal up in the 6th minute, and then they just wasted time the entire match.
All I've got to say is the video clip that he sent to me. I thought to myself, it was some of the lamest supporters you'd ever hear, because some of the chanting that they were doing, you would not see at a primary school game.
Oh, well, it was. I mean, so that is something that we're working on. So I'm part of a supporters group, and we're working on getting. There is some real lame, like just corny stuff that happens that we're trying to put an end to it. But man, there's a lot of red tape with stuff like that. I can only imagine at Spurs it must be worse. You know
what I'll do, Elly? I'll probably send you the clip that he said.
I have more. I've got more that don't make it look as bad. But
and when you hear the chanting, you think to yourself, God, is that all you got?
It didn't cheer me up after.
I'm embarrassed.
After Sava called me a happy clapper after I said a few things. Yeah, I don't care because I like to be a happy clapper.
Me too. I'd rather be that than be a negative piece of shit. Sorry, I'm not calling anybody. I'm not calling anybody that. I'm just saying I don't want to be one of those.
No, I'll turn it into a positive, Colin and Jose. Because if you're happy with what your team's done, right, which we'll get to later, I'll tell you about it later because I don't want to spoil the fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what we're going to do, everyone that's in the chat, at the moment we've got more people viewing than people that have commented at the moment.
Whoa!
So what I will say,
no.
we're streaming this on both the channels, on Talk and Ball and Eltel Cockerel, and if you can go over and support both, in the sense of, we'll put the links up for both channels. If you're not subscribed already, if you sub to both channels and then hit the like button in both channels for our videos, then it will help. Although it's the same video that you're doing, my co-host will put the channels up while I'm talking, won't you, co-host?
I will. Yes, I absolutely will.
Technical department.
So we currently have 10 people viewing, and so first of all, we're going to say hello to Wayne Bonner. Hi, Wayne, who says, hello, everyone. Hope you're all having a good day and pumped for the Wolves game. Come on, you Spurs. Tottenham till I die. You have Chris Agenbar. Good afternoon, Chris. Says, big up Colin, Jose, and Queen Elly. You have Adrian.
Big up,
Adrian. Adrian, I think Adrian's commented on both channels. Yeah, Adrian's commented on both channels.
Yeah, what up, Adrian?
And then you have Chris Agenbar saying, there are YouTube clips of English versus American football chants. We win hands down. No doubts about it.
No doubt. Like I said, it's embarrassing. It's a little embarrassing being there, having seen what goes on, over in the motherland. But yeah, it's definitely embarrassing a bit, but it'll get better. It's in its infancy.
Yeah.
And then we have Nita Ross saying, hi, Colin, Jose, and the lovely Elly. Hope you're all well.
Hey, Nita. Thanks for being here.
Adrian, as I said, Adrian's gone onto both channels and done it on both.
Adrian, what is G?
Afternoon Audio Artisan.
Hey, Audio Artisan. What is up, buddy? There is Eltel Cockerel. That link will take you right there.
That's a link.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long link.
Doesn't say the channel name.
I know we'll get that changed.
URL, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is the one. So the way we're going to start the show off today is we are going to give Elly the platform, because what I've wanted for the last couple of days is to find out and get a perspective from someone that was at the game. Although we've all talked about the Chelsea match and we've all had our opinions on various different shows, including our show for the last couple of days, I just wanted the opinion of someone that was at the game and to understand, more about what the feeling was like at the game for the fans, what you saw, or what you can see on the pitch that we can't see in an armchair, and get us a kind of feeling about the game. So if you're happy to do that, Elly, can you enlighten us all, please?
Yeah, what I'll start with the game, right? Because it started off so well. We were on the front foot. We were pepping it around. We were making Chelsea look stupid. We scored the goal. Kulusevski, deflection, but still fabulous move to get there. And then we scored another shortly after with Brennan Johnson skinning his man and just like all over the place. We sent Chelsea crazy. We were like battering them. And then we scored that sublime goal by Sonny. And unfortunately, I don't know whether it was offside, whether they drew the lines properly. Some people say it was, some people say it wasn't. But it doesn't matter now because the decision's been made. It was offside. They ruled it offside. But then they started getting a little bit of a grip into the game. But we were still bossing it. They were getting a grip, but we were still bossing it. And then what happened? Romero does that petulant backflip. Udogie goes in two-footed, gets a yellow card when it really should have been a red. And then they started giving it to us as well, with the Reece James backhander into the face. I can't even remember which player it was because I was so incensed.
Yeah, it was
a red card.
Agreed. Yeah,
but there was a lot of good movement off the ball, Colin. Very good movement off the ball and working for each other. And when we went down to 9 men eventually, which I thought, in my own personal opinion, I thought it was harsh on Romero. He should have really got maybe sent off for the petulant flip, but they said it was petulant, right? Because I watched this match back when I got home, because I like to see what it looks like on TV. And it didn't capture quite the intense atmosphere that was in the stadium.
I bet not. I bet it was very hostile inside the stadium. Dare I say, we all talked about, well, not we all, but definitely on my channel, I talked a lot about Battle at the Bridge, the match under Pochettino. Yeah, because it's one of my favorite Spurs matches, and because we're going to be facing Pochettino. Did it to me? It kind of had that sort of feel. The players on both sides, even though we were the ones that were down men, we seemed to be really, really getting under their skin, really getting them fired up and irritated. It seems like it could have easily been that type of match. There could have been some sending offs from both sides.
I agree.
So, do you think the players hate Chelsea as much as the fans do? Does
yes. 100%, right? They were all fired up, every single player. But it's just Romero got tipped over the edge with that petulant flick. And then when he got sent off, I thought, looking back at it, I thought it was harsh. At the time, I thought, because when you think about it, right, Enzo was coming in after he'd won the ball. And then his leg followed through. But it didn't mean that he wanted to harm the player.
Exactly. I've argued the same thing.
Yeah. It was like man hits player rather than Romero deliberately doing it. I know I've heard other fans say that it was a sending off, but I thought it was a bit harsh. But I'm going to say that.
I'm biased as well. Yeah, there's no way around it. Yeah.
Yeah, but still. The atmosphere was building up. You know what Sonny said? We could feel the electricity from the fans, and we could feel it, and it was transforming into the way they were putting their energy towards every tackle. Sometimes you've got to calm down. I think we needed somebody just to calm it all down, and it wasn't coming from any of the players because they were all invested in the heat of the moment. So we just needed a level head. So I heard other fans say that we've got a lot of hotheads in our team. I think more or less we do. So it really needed Sonny, I think. I really needed Sonny to step up. But that's no criticism because he was talking to the ref. And he was
more than I think I've ever seen him talk to the ref.
Because I think he was telling the ref to take control of the match because he had lost all control of the match. Right, especially when I think it was Sarr was facing up to Colwell, and then Basuma got in his way. I think that guy would have got sent off, that Colwell, if Basuma didn't interact. Yeah, but in terms of the atmosphere leading up to when we had the 9 men, it was fabulous. Colin and Jose, everybody was behind what Ange was doing, pressing high to catch them out because they weren't causing us any problem before that. We had the high line at 11. Nobody complained that we had the high line at 11. Why would they complain? Because we had different players who were slower. No, but the high line is not based on speed. It's based on intelligence, holding your line and pressing and winning the ball. And we won the ball so many times. And we created 3 beautiful chances, which one went into the back of the net and made it 2-2. And unfortunately, that one was ruled offside. And subsequently, a lot of people are saying that shouldn't have been offside because it hit their player's head. So it should have been given. But do you know what? All these things happen for a reason. And I think we will learn from this. We will learn from this in terms of not adapting. Because Ange said it in his presser, I'm not changing from anybody, right?
Do it with 5 men. I love that too.
I don't think it's naive. You stick to your principles. You do plan A better. That's what I say. Right?
Yeah. Why have a plan B if you could just improve plan A and improve on that? Yeah.
That's what I 100%. Believe. Right. But the atmosphere, every fan in that stadium, I didn't hear one person criticising Ange for what he did. But then the aftermath is the YouTubers. There's so many YouTubers who are saying, against Ange what he did. And so I had to go into one today and make my peace.
Do you think it's because they believe it, Elly, or do you think it's because it creates they're creating something in order to draw people in, or do you think
both?
Yeah.
Or do you think they actually believe?
Half and half. I think it's half and half. I don't think they're fully saying that. And because look, Ange, right, has got us to this point playing that style of football, and we're second in the league with 1 point behind, and we've led the league for quite a while. All right. So why are they started criticising it now? When we went down to 9 men, remember, and they're likening it to Klopp, saying that he's a genius for keeping it at 2-1. But he still lost, guys, and he lost in a similar fashion to us because we scored in 90+6, and it was 2-1 with 10 men, and then in 90+4 they scored their third goal, and we had 2 chances before that, and then we had another chance at 90+7. So it really could have been 4-4. That's what I say. People were saying it could have been 8-1, but they didn't put their chances away. We had really good chances with Benny and Sonny's shots, and then the disallowed goal by Dyer. So I don't jump on the bandwagon that Ange got it wrong. I'm talking from my heart now, and so was Ange after the game, because he believes in his style of football. And if you have that belief, you take it forward and you don't change. Why change when it's led you to so many trophies and you've been successful playing that way from day dot, from since he was a player till now? You know, you're asking somebody to change and adapt in a game. I don't understand that. I just don't understand it.
And the coaches have said sorry, Jose, you go first.
I was just going to say it's interesting because I'm going back on Eddie's comment that she's now answering what I said about the YouTubers, because it's interesting because a lot of YouTubers were actually at the game, because there's a fair few of them that I've got channels that are at the game itself.
Yeah.
And then obviously providing content thereafter. Now, I'm not singling out, and I'm not telling you to tell us who people are, because that's not what it's about. But
No.
the question that kind of throws me: is it because people saw what they saw at the stadium and then have to create something different away from the stadium? I for one, the one thing I did say, and I have said in the last 2 days on our show, is the crowd stayed with the team. The crowd were absolutely immense. Yeah. And all the drowning out that they do on Sky TV and that, even the drowning out,
you still heard it.
You can still hear it. That's what I was going to say. With all the drowning out they do, you could still hear it. You could still hear the support the team, the fans had for the team all the way through.
And the standing O, boys, you don't get that same feeling, because I watched it on the telly when I got home. The standing O is muted. You can't hear it as much, but in the stadium, it was like we won. It was like everybody was behind Ange and clapping. Everybody around the stadium. There was not one person who wasn't clapping violently, you know, really like, and a smile on their face. It was like we won 4-1, not they won 4-1. You know, but at the end of the day, right, we've got to brush ourselves down, go again, different type of players, but they still play the same style, right? But obviously we've got not adapt, but we've got to make sure that we play it better than we did it against Chelsea, because we did let them in. Yeah, that there's no getting around that. So we got to make ourselves a lot more clinical in the way we do that high line, you know, and even create more chances, because Wolves, they're better than Chelsea in my book. What I've seen of Wolves, I think they're better. So we got to really, really play it well to get those 3 points at Wolves, and then we've got Villa at home. Yeah, so
that's gonna be tough too.
Success. And then that Man City away after that. So,
but I'm excited. I'm excited by them. You know what I mean? Instead of being, I'm excited to see what the players that we've got can do.
Yeah.
But you were talking about, that's something I've been saying since weeks ago. It's just that we have no problem creating chances. If we could finish, you know, we created like 9 chances in the game I was talking about, and you know, put 2 away. Think about if we were more clinical, like how great this team could be. And you know, I trust Ange to get it together, and he's always been more of like the you score 5, we'll score 6 type of manager anyway. So these defensive issues, while scary and not great, we'll just score more goals. It'll be okay, right?
Did you see the training session today? I posted it everywhere. It was so good. They were working in triangles and passing the ball, zip, 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 goal. Then they were going to go zip, 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 now shoot, right? So they were encouraging 3 quick passes and shoot. Yeah, and then they were doing shooting practice as well, and the shooting was absolutely out of this world. So we've got to get that right on the pitch. Yeah. Be more clinical. I agree with you, Colin.
Yeah, for sure. That would help everything out. So we've got tons of comments here in the comment section, and then we'll get back to the match. I just want to catch up with these before we get buried. Leo, well, first of all, Audio Artisan saying that there's a funny bloke of an American calling out the Millwall Ultras. It's a few years old. I said I'm already embarrassed, but he says it's hilarious. Leo says, big up my homies. Leo. And then he says, Colin, what a great top. Well, thank you, sir. Fitzy is here. Big up, Fitzy. I had this up because box office was giving it to you, Elly. He says, big up, Elly and the crew. Hoiberg still bang average. Yeah, I knew.
Well, he wasn't bang average on against Chelsea. He was fabulous.
Facts. Yeah, absolutely.
Facts.
Ben Kaufman saying it was a straight red. He meant to put one in on him and shouldn't have been on the pitch anyway. I'm more on your side, Elly, but we're in the minority. We're in the minority, so we got to be careful.
Good.
But yeah,
he won the ball, and then the other guy came. So it wasn't like he won the ball and the bloke was there straight away. Enzo, he wasn't there straight. He came after, and then he hit him. Yeah,
I like the way this lady.
And he's his Argentinian teammate as well.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. I don't think he would go in, and also he knows he's in the penalty, area. He knows that he's in the 18-yard box. So I don't know.
He won the ball cleanly. That's what I'll say.
I will agree. And also, hey, back to you, Ben. Ben, thank you very much for joining. Thank you so much.
You can agree to disagree. You don't have to be like, you don't have to say anything like that. And Ben's brilliant, isn't he? Look, he took it like a man.
Ben's awesome. But Daniel E is also in the house. He says he doesn't agree with Ange's tactics the other night. He's our manager, so we have every right to question something he does. He's not untouchable from criticism. That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, but I heard somebody else say today that other managers, Spurs fans, don't criticise other managers. Yes, we do. We criticise Arteta. We criticise Klopp when he gets it wrong. I'm not saying Ange got it wrong because I think he did the right thing. But we do criticise other managers. We do all the time.
I do personally. But yeah, he's saying here that the best managers in the world will adjust to in-game situations. That's a fact.
And then it jumps to this, and so this one's the important one.
Oh well, we didn't say.
No, it's not us. But what he's saying is what he's getting.
No, they shouldn't do that.
There's other Spurs fans saying because people like me criticise Ange, we're not real Spurs fans. We won't say that at all. Everybody, Dan. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion.
Equal.
And also, can I add this too? No matter when you became a fan or why you became a fan or if a certain player made you become a fan, who gives a shit? There's a reason why we're all fans. Everybody had a player they fell in love. You know what I mean? So I think there's but I'm getting off subject, but Jose, please finish.
Respectful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like Dan said, he feels Ange got it wrong. I feel Ange got it right. There's no middle ground. You either got it wrong or got it right. So just don't criticise the person personally.
Yeah, the one thing
we're all Spurs fans. We all love our club.
The one thing I'll say to you, Dan, is that you're more than aware of this. Every time you come on this channel, regardless of whatever comment people make, we always read every comment out, and everybody's opinion is valued. So I'm sorry you're getting this elsewhere, but you definitely won't get that here, mate. All right. But please chill up, keep smiling, mate, and keep putting your comments in because they're valued. We value them. Yeah.
Yes, 100%, 100%. Who's News. What's up, Who's News? Saying that, it could be interesting if the next window we get, I don't know how to pronounce Somerville's first name there, but it's a beautiful looking name.
Crescencio.
Crescencio Somerville, Ivan Tony Dragusin. Ragu Dragusin. What a beautiful names these days. And Tosin, it'll be an interesting window. Yes, we definitely now, especially I would say with the injury crisis that we are under, it's gonna be a necessity to gain some players. Argentinian players don't have a history of simulation or that. LOL. Yeah. All good vibes anyway. Yeah, all good vibes everywhere. That's what we want. It's just good vibes. Okay, boom, Daniel. We love you too, man. I was hoping. I was like, shoot, did we say something that made?
No, we didn't. I just said it's an important thing to read because, Daniel's saying what he's feeling and what he's getting from other channels.
Yeah.
And what we're saying is that we won't do that. We don't agree with that. Everybody's entitled to an opinion. You know, and so all I'm saying, Daniel, is chin up, mate. We appreciate you. You're entitled to your opinion, and don't let that stop you. Go on other channels and give your opinion.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what you believe. That's your belief.
Some of these places just become a big echo chamber, and I think it's good to have opposing opinions because it makes you think about things in other ways. It makes you see things from other perspectives. It's an important thing for life. And if you can't handle opposition opinions, well, you got to grow up because that's just part of life, unfortunately.
True.
But so guys, adjusting or not, derby games can bring so much controversy, and we play 6 of them per season, and it's always high tempo. Nita, that's a good point.
Yeah. They're well contested, the derbies, aren't they? They're always like when we play Arsenal, when we play Chelsea, West Ham, they're different matches.
A lot more fun as a neutral to watch, but can you imagine for one, just the nerves playing in one, and then for two, the pressure and also the all that rush of blood to the head. I don't know. That'd be hard. That'd be hard to handle. Drew is in the house though, but good point, Nita. Very, very good point. Drula, y'all call Jose and my beautiful queen, Auntie Elly. Very, very nice. Very nice to have you here, Drula. We appreciate you being here.
We had a chat this morning about things as well. I like talking to my niece because she brings me to another level. She's a very good Spurs fan. Let's put it that way.
That's awesome.
She loved football as well.
Does Drula ever get on your show or any of the other shows?
Yeah, we did some shows together when the Women's World Cup was on.
Yeah, we did. Okay. It was fantastic. Yeah, she was good. And I'll tell you what, if you blanked out both their screens, right? So you put the cover on their screens and you didn't know who was talking, you couldn't tell which one was which. Because they both have got identical voices. It's superb. It's funny. Absolutely uncanny.
Yeah.
Family genetics are weird.
In my family as well. That's why I love Drula so much because it's another female to talk to about football.
Yeah.
Not that it's different, but you can talk other things with girls as well.
Yeah, ladies are smarter than us. It's okay. I've just come to the conclusion.
Maybe.
Yes, everybody. Please smash a like and sub to both channels. This is streaming at the same time on El Tel Cockerel and Talkin' Ball. So just kind of spread the love. Go to both channels. Like and sub at both channels. We would really appreciate it. And then here come both the channels. Jose, you were the man. I got that. I don't know if you saw it. I posted it up underneath my ugly one. They both take you there, but yours, the one that one looks much prettier, that link. So guys, quick. So I know that Jose doesn't have a ton of time, and there's been a bit of news come out today.
So you got afternoon.
Oh, Ian, my bad. I didn't even see your comment. Ian says, "Afternoon, everyone watching. Hope you are well. Have a great day." Thanks, Ian. You're a good dude. Hope Darlington are killing it, man. Bobby K, good morning. Colin, Jose, Elly, and everyone in the chat. Good morning to you, Bobby K. Thanks for being here, buddy. Got to back up Elly a bit with Højbjerg. I see no point in selling him unless he asks to leave. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, especially with
working on him.
Sending him messages on Instagram.
Yeah, on
Please.
Instagram. Yeah, he's got his own thing. I've been working on him. Just put it that way. I don't think he's going to leave.
Come
He
on,
can't leave
Hoydier.
his
We
quiz.
need you. We need you now, man. We
Yeah,
need you
need
now.
you, man.
But yeah, so we Jose and I decided yesterday it was safe to call it an injury crisis. So
can I just tell you a bit more?
Yeah, of course.
Before I know what you're coming to, what you're going to show us, because we're going to update people on Micky van der Ven, aren't we? Or do you want me to update on that now, and then we can go into your part afterwards? So the update for today, right, from reports that are coming out, is that yesterday Maddison, Richarlison, and Porro did not train at all.
What in God's name?
Now we won't get an update until the presser tomorrow about exactly where we stand, because that's the first question that they ask any manager, any presser, and it usually comes from Sky Sports, so they're going to ask the question. But it now, I don't want to alarm people, but if Porro is not fit or Porro's carrying a knot, that could potentially, and I'm saying potentially, right, mean that our first choice back four are unavailable for Saturday.
Yeah,
We'd get by. I mean, everybody has moments like this. It is scary, but I refuse to get too scared just because it's football. Things like this happen. You've got other capable players in the team, youth players, I guess, in this instance, or but we'd hodgepodge something together. That's Dan. I had that also, Dan.
Okay, so Danny's saying that, but I watched Gareth Southgate's interview, and he was because he announced it at 2:00 this afternoon, it's a couple of hours ago, and they asked the question, and people asked the question: you've picked Saka, Maddison, and Wilson in your team, knowing that they're carrying injuries or they've got knocks, and Southgate said some of these players may not be in my squad either by tonight or by Sunday.
Oh shit! Well,
although he did reference, and he was referencing them three players. Although I think the belief was the reference for tonight is for Callum Wilson, I think, because Callum Wilson is undergoing scans or something for an injury that he's got, and it's quite probable that that Newcastle make that decision tonight and he gets withdrawn from the squad tonight. But he did say that. He did say that cryptically when he was being asked the question by the press preview people today. The only thing I'm going to say about Maddison, right, is Maddison has not finished a full 90 minutes for Tottenham, and Maddison keeps coming off all the time. Is there an injury that Maddison has got that we're trying to manage at the moment? And how long do you manage an injury for before you do something about it?
Because I think we're going to literally try to make him manage it all season.
Because at the end of the day, what did I say yesterday? There's battles,
bigger plan,
there's
and
battles,
wars.
and there's wars, right?
Yeah.
And our bigger plan is the long-term strategy that we've got for the team. So therefore, are we thinking short-term at the moment, or should we be thinking long-term?
Like maybe we get to January and he has surgery then if we pick up another player. I hate to keep cutting you off. Sorry about that.
The way I look at it, and it'd be interesting to hear both of your opinions, but the way that I look at it is we knew the hand that we've been dealt with. We know the 25 players. We know what our squad are for this season. And at the end of the day, by hook or by crook, if a player is injured, why don't you just let the player get better and go without that player and put another player in his place? Where one door opens, another door closes, or another door closes, another door opens, whichever way you want to look at it. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, for me, and I'd rather have 100% Maddison week in, week out, rather than you give me a 70% Maddison.
Is it a 70% Maddison forever, or just until he has surgery?
This is what I mean, and that's why I think that if a player's got an injury, right, cure him. Not only for our sake, but for the players' sake as well. So the news coming out on Van der Ven today. I mean, yesterday on the show early, I said that we haven't had no news on Van der Ven yet. But my hope is more for himself as a professional, because even any professional that gets an injury, a big injury, is going to be pissed off, and boredom sets in. You start thinking things because you're not being part of the team, you're not playing, stuff like that. So I said yesterday, more for his health. I don't want it to be too serious. And then obviously as a team, secondary. But for me, it was more about him. But yeah, it was the news coming out at the moment, although the final assessment is not till tomorrow.
Oh.
But indications are supposedly by Alistair Gold and a couple of other high-profile journals at the club are saying that it's going to be managed without an operation. However, the length that he's going to be out for has not been determined yet, but people are already talking about January. I said yesterday, worst case scenario. I said yesterday, I thought it was going to be February anyway, didn't I? Yesterday on the show.
Yeah, that was your guess. Yep.
But that's what's coming out at the moment. So sorry, I just wanted to tell you about the latest of who was out and who wasn't up until yesterday. Obviously,
I appreciate it.
I don't know about today because that information hasn't been released about today
yet.
Who's
going to be out to January? Is it Van de Ven or Maddens?
Micky Van de Ven.
Oh, okay.
But without an op, Elly. They're saying the early indications at the moment is without an op, but they haven't given a time frame yet. But people are already suggesting it's going to be January before he's back.
I'm wondering if it's in the. Sometimes I feel like players like do or don't get operations in order to like help the team. Isn't there like we had Winks put off an operation for like an entire year. I see teams doing this more and more often. Do you think? I don't know. I just hope that it's not a type of situation where an operation would be more beneficial to him, but encouraging, or somebody is encouraging and him not to get one because the recovery time is faster. I don't know. That stuff like that.
It's not an injury that requires an operation at this moment in time, is what they're saying at Tottenham.
Okay,
so
fair.
It's not. He hasn't got an injury where he's got a tear and he's got to have an op to repair it. That's what I'm. That's reading. That's what I'm getting. The information that's coming out is what I'm reading into. That's what they're saying. But we won't know the full extent of the prognosis of how long he's going to be out for. Will probably be announced tomorrow.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying. They haven't announced it today. Everyone is speculating, January, but it's not a grade 3 tear, is what people are saying.
Because that would require surgery. Then I guess is what you're saying. So I don't know tons about muscle tears. Okay, well, cool. Well, that's interesting stuff. See, we've all learned a little bit today. At least I hope you guys have. I have. So that's good for me. I try to learn every day if you can. Guys, we've got some more comments. We'll get through to some more stuff, but. We've got, Dan E. Oh, first of all, I didn't know all of your family were from Tottenham, man. That's awesome. And yeah, big up. And then he said that, Madison's in the England team. Bobby K is in here Nita saying hey to Bobby K. Sheree, what's up? Big up, call Jose and Elly. Hope you are all doing good. Hope you're doing good. Big up. Oh, Mia, we know her. Mia. One of the Patreon members of this channel. Big up, Mia. Thanks for doing everything that you do. And if you guys want to become a Patreon member, I can get you the link. We'll revisit that later. But big up, Mia. We have a couple Patreon members right now. Currently, we've got Chris Peters, Wayne Bonner, Soji for God, Mia W, Adrian Soroka, and Queen Elly right below me, right here.
I was going to say to Daniel
we should put her on top
because he's from Tottenham. Because Daniel E's from Tottenham. If he still lives in Tottenham, you don't have to give the road. But I'm from Beaconsfield Road, Tottenham. So there you go. We're Tottenham buds.
There you go, Tottenham twins.
Yeah,
Tottenham twins. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Love it. I love the love. There's all kinds of love going on in the chat. It makes me very happy. Okay, so with the defender, situation that we're in,
yes,
we're gonna have to. I think we're gonna have to revisit it in January. Whereas we thought maybe before we wouldn't have to, or it was like a maybe because we had Ashley Phillips who could fill in perhaps if one of our starters were out. But now both of our starters are out, and I think January is going to be a time where. We might need to, look for some new defenders. Words were hard for me to get out just there, but yeah. Do you guys agree? I mean, Elly, do you think we're gonna have to look for some defenders in January?
Yeah, and there was talk today that there's a possibility that we're going to ask for Tanganga back as well.
Oh.
There's like rumours. It's not confirmed.
There's no point getting him back though, and he hasn't played a game for Augsburg because he's out injured. He's been injured since he's gone there, and he's not played a game. He's still injured now, so there's no point bringing back an injured player.
No, true. He's always injured though, isn't he? So it's not worth it. But in terms of strengthening in January, of course, we were going to strengthen hopefully anyway, but now it's a necessity.
Yeah.
It's vital for our team because to play that high line, you do need quicker players. So we'll have to play it very cleverly from now on until January. The only thing I can say is that we do. Ashley Phillips, he is a very, very good prospect, and we've got Dorrington, but he's only very young. So whether Ange trusts them until January, and then come January, we get another couple of centre-backs. Because if Van der Ven breaks down again, you do need cover for him, and then you need cover for the other one we're buying. You do.
Exactly, 100%. There's been some rumors that Jose and I have heard. We talked both a bit about him today. So Lloyd Kelly from Bournemouth is a player that we're looking at. Dan Kilpatrick, pretty reliable journalist, tweeted out that our interest in Lloyd Kelly will be reignited, whatever that means. That's a sentence saying nothing. Holy shit! Our interest in him will be reignited. A way to say absolutely nothing, Dan Kilpatrick. But if we go in for Lloyd Kelly, obviously there's still Tosin Adarabioyo from Fulham, who we were looking at pretty heavily over the summer. And then Jose added Ben Godfrey from Everton as a player that we are supposedly looking at. So I wanted to play a quick game. It's not keeper West Ham, but it's close. Out of those 3 CBs that I just named, and who would you choose out of those 3? And Lloyd Kelly looks funny because when I cut him out, I accidentally cut out the white on his kit, so he looks like he's playing for Galatasaray right now. But no, those are the 3 guys. And if you had to choose,
sorry, Colin, can you repeat again? What are we doing? Because you completely blurred out. So what are we doing?
Sorry, we're picking out of those 3 defenders that we mentioned. Which one would you most like to have at Tottenham? Yeah.
Okay. So who's going first?
So I'm gonna go with, first of all, let's make the chat go first. And Daniel E has already done it because he's the man. Tosin for him, said Daniel E. That's a good shout.
Is his microphone playing now?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. So I think I'm good. I'll turn my mic off and back on. Okay, let me know if it has any issues. But I think okay, great. So yeah, we've got Dan E saying Tosin is his go-to. That's who he would pick out of those 3. I mean, the great thing is we're looking at players that all have Premier League experience. So that's one good thing. I wouldn't be upset with more than one player off of this list, to be honest. Ben Godfrey, I guess, wouldn't be my first choice. If I had to pick, I think it would probably be Tosin or why am I blanking on his name? The fellow on the left. Yeah, exactly. So it'd be one of those 2 for me. Ben Godfrey just doesn't, I don't know, impress me. It's not a name that gets me excited. But Jose, what have you got to say about these lads? Oh, Jose's gone. Well, no worries, Jose. I bet you're returning in just a second. Sorry about whatever is going on, if it's technical difficulties. But yeah, Elly, I definitely think though that I don't know. I think Tosin is. Drula says none. I love it.
We have to
audio,
pick that, Drula.
Audio Artisan says, does Tosin count as homegrown? I think he's come out of Man City's academy. That could definitely be a big pull in his direction. That's a good point. Oh, hey, whoa! Diaz's father has been released by his captors. That's amazing. Well, wonderful. That's Brilliant. Let's all Brilliant. That is
I'm
great
so
news.
happy for him.
Absolutely. Drula agrees. Great news, Bobby K.
For both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, mom too. So back to this. Wayne Bonner says whichever of the three center backs is best suited and is best and suits our style of play. That's a good answer, Wayne. I can't really argue with that. Jose, can you hear me any better, my man?
Yeah, I've completely lost everybody for the last 2 minutes, and now I've come back and there's loads in the chat, so I must have got kicked out.
Oh no, we can still hear you just fine.
You can now. Right, so I'm reading. Did Elly have a go?
No,
yes.
not yet.
Okay, you're just reading the chat, so we're just catching up with the chat. Okay.
Yep, exactly.
So
well, did you hear that Diaz's father has been released?
Yeah. That was announced. Sorry, I should have said it at the top of the show. That was announced as we were coming on.
That's awesome. That's great. That's great news. But yeah, so Daniel E, I think, was the last one you saw. He said Tosin. Yep.
Bobby K's tossing.
What's the point? FC's got a nice answer here. Stick Daniel Levy and Scott Munn in as our new center backs as the way Daniel can save money. Because we know we're really hard up as a club these days. Yeah, we got to sell to buy. We got to sell to buy because we don't have much money. But no, just playing. But that's a good one. That's a good answer. What's the point? I appreciate that. I didn't know these guys played in the Premiership other than Tosin and Kelly. So you mean I guess one of them didn't, and I guess that's the Bournemouth guy.
And Wayne's saying whichever one suit I'll play. Sheree saying don't know much about them at all.
Yeah, I don't think really. I mean, I'm sure that some people do, but my knowledge is not as deep as it should be.
Adrian's going for Gelson Bramer of Juventus.
Yes, that would be sweet.
Nita's going for Tosin.
Nita. Boom.
Great idea to get an Everton defender as our backup. And then what I will do is, before you say anything, Elly, right, because you're going first, I think, there's a comment in here, right, that I saw before I got booted out and I've come back in again, right? And this is what I've been saying for the last 2 days.
Yeah.
Do you see Bobby K's comment?
Yeah.
No, let me see. Sorry,
we can't just simply buy in January. We need to offload players. We are capped with our 25-man squad. I've been saying this every day so far this week. People say, let's go and buy this, that, and the other. You can only change up to 3 players in your squad in January. And that's any team. It's not just us. It's any team. You can change 3. So you can drop 3 and put 3 in. Will Tottenham go and buy players without getting rid of players? I.e., if you drop 3, let's say for argument's sake you drop 3 out of the squad and you bought 3 in and you didn't sell them, would Levy then be paying for them 3 players to be on the squad or outside the squad, still be paid a salary and bring other players in? I'm not sure Levy's about that. So I think with this, we've got to be mindful that you've got to leave some players out.
It's true. So and then it was asked by, I think, Wayne Bonner while you were gone. Does Tosin count as homegrown because he came out of Man City's academy?
All 3 of these are homegrown.
Oh God. Okay. Well,
I believe all 3 of these are homegrown for definite.
Well, that answers a lot of questions for me. Okay.
So that would be Elly. What's your calling, mate? Who you going with?
Yeah. Right, so I would have gone for Ben Godfrey if he had played more games because he's been quite injury prone, right? Because he's a very, very good defender and he's quick. But I'm going to choose Tosin purely on the fact that he's very tall, fast. I think he can play our high line better. He's got more athleticism than the other 2, in my opinion, right? And he's very, very good in the air because a lot of teams down the lower end of the league, they play a lot of set pieces, corners. You need that in your team. So I'm going to go for Tosin because I think all round he's got more qualities than the other 2. Yeah.
I like the answer. It's good. It's similar to mine too. But Jose, do you want to go next, or would you like me to go next, good sir?
I'll let you go because my decision's already been made up. Was made up before you put these up anyway. So I know why as well.
So for me, I think Lloyd Kelly is a good player, but I think that there's going to be quite a bit of competition for his signature, like within the Premier League. I think Arsenal and Chelsea might both be looking at him. If that's the case, I'd almost rather not get into that bidding war and be part of that. I think he's decent, but I think he might cost too much. They'll all be none of them will be cheap in January, that's for sure. But Godfrey would be cool because he could play multiple positions, and we know that we're short and light in multiple positions. I think I'm going with Tosin also, Elly. The club seems pretty in on him, and I wouldn't think that they would have been so all in on him had they not talked to Ange about it, and Ange not given the green light for him. So I think it's a player that Ange has previously signed off on, it seems like. But if it wasn't him, then I would say Godfrey, like you, because he can play across multiple positions in the back line.
Yeah.
But yeah. Jose, let's hear that easy answer you got that you didn't even have to think about.
Okay. For me, there's only one player that I'd bring out of them three, and it's the man in the middle.
Ben Godfrey. Benjamin.
It's the man in the middle. Yes, he plays the multiple positions, right? Contrary to what Elly just said a minute ago, because somebody else said this about him, right? And they looked up the stats on Godfrey. Godfrey has only ever had 2 injuries that have caused him to be out of the team for more than a week.
Wow.
His last injury was that kept him out was one from last season, which was from the 8th of August till the 15th of November or something. He missed 15 games last season at the start of the season with an injury, and I think it might have been some sort of a leg injury. So the fact that he's not playing at the moment is because he's probably out of favour at Everton rather than being injured. Now, for me, what I'm going to say is did Pedro Porro look a good defender for us last year?
No.
He did not. No.
Because of the system that we played. Ben Godfrey has gone off the boil a bit because Everton have got their backs against the wall and they kept changing their system around, which didn't make him look good in a shining light. Ben Godfrey is probably the player that fits our system or the Ange system better than most of these because he can cover multiple positions. Ben Godfrey is quick. Ben Godfrey can progress with the ball. He can carry, because he's played fullback position as well. So he can progress with the ball. So for me, if I had to pick out for these 3, I'd go for Godfrey over the other 2. However, if you're asking me just a straight question, I would rather go for players that fit the DNA and fit the system that are none of these 3. But it would probably be a foreign player that I'd be after.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But these 3 would fill the English quota, wouldn't they?
Yep. Yeah. And would probably presumably be easy to prize away from their clubs. Godfrey, you would think so, especially not getting game time at Everton and Everton being Everton. You know, you'd think we'd probably be able to grab him.
Yeah.
You would think that'd be pretty funny if he refused to come here. But yeah, so we've got some other great comments in here. Nita R saying Tosin. Yep, we got that one. Drula saying all Arsenal fans. That's actually pretty hilarious. But we've got a couple. I think we've got a couple Arsenal fans on the squad, or we have in the past, and it's not really hurt us too much, I don't think. If we ask the Prime Minister to stop taxing Tosin, he might sign for us. That's a good idea. Let's roll the dice. How bad could it go, right? Stroka and Bobby talking, and then what's the point saying? I think we should take the guy off the tills down the Tesco and throw him in beside Dyer for fuck's sake. We could see maybe he's pretty good. Maybe he's got a good left foot. I don't know. I've never seen him play.
What's the point? I'd love to meet him.
Me too.
Could be exactly.
Well, we don't know. We can't assume. You're right. Wayne Bonner saying, can we put a mustache and fake beard on Romero and pass him off as a different player?
Yeah.
Very, very good idea. I think that's actually a nice plan as well. I'm putting a star on that. That's like my favorite thing of the whole day.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, it was. Daniel's saying this to kind of counter or as an answer to the whole like 25-man squad thing. He's saying, hey, well, how many players have we got with just 6 months left on their contract? Just release them in January. Boom. Space in your 25-man squad.
What I will say, and I've always said this, we have got 3 goalkeepers that we're never going to use. And they're in our squad. They're taking up places. So you've got Whiteman. You've got Whiteman, the other keeper. They're that good that their names escape me. You've got Lloris.
Austin.
Yes, that's it, Austin. So you've got Austin, Whiteman, and Lloris, right?
Yeah, Alfie Whiteman and Lloris. And then
3 players that are taking up 3 players that are taking up places in our squad who will never ever get a game. Right? No. Let go of them 3. And then use your under 21s keeper as your 3rd goalkeeper because he doesn't then have to be numbered in the squad. And then that's where you get your 3 places because them 3 players are never going to be used.
100% agree. That's an absolute truth. 100%.
Just do an email to Daniel Levy.
Get it tight. I'll get. Dear Daniel, I know we haven't talked much lately. But yeah, everybody watching, real quick, we got 15 people in the house. To everybody in the house, whether you're watching on Talking Ball or if you're watching on El Tel Cockerel, flip around and like and subscribe on the other channel if you could, please. And just what's up? Thanks for being here, guys. We really do appreciate it. We were talking real quickly, if you weren't here, about these 3 center backs that we are looking at, rumored to be looking at, and who we would rather have. And yeah, that's basically where we're at right now. We're just kind of going through some answers. And what's the point? Had a good one there saying, why not just throw Jordan in the fridge? Yeah, let them make mistakes so they can grow and form a partnership. And then the last sentence has got to be a little negative in there. What's the point? But it's in your name.
Well, do you know what I'm going to do? Do you know? Let's make this. Look, there we go. There's the next comment. There's the next comment.
All 3 are homegrown and corn-fed on the farm. Midwest over here. I agree
that we haven't got an ambition to win anything because I'm sure Ange wants to win, and all our players want to win something.
Yeah.
We'll jump back to the comments. I'm just going to go through what's the point because he has just not stopped typing. I don't know if that's Montenegro defender playing for him. Yeah, there's a 23-year-old. Apparently, we're looking at him. If you think Ramiro's dodgy, you want to see this player from Aberdeen. He's got like 8 yellows already, something stupid like that. And
Just pair him and Ramiro together. Who cares, right?
And then you've got Bournemouth have leaked about 40 goals in their defence already. I'm sure the elite clubs will be queuing up for. He's talking about Lloyd Kelly.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. I've seen a lot of rumors. The Everton fans are hoping Godfrey will get injured. He's so bad, for fuck's sake.
Right. And then we've got. It doesn't finish there. Hold on. Carl Lewis was quick, but he couldn't defend to save his life.
Yeah,
it'd be good on recovery. At least he'll get there.
Are we just buying players based on how cheap they are, or are we actually using this database system? Yeah, I mean, we'll finally have our answer. I think after January, whether or not we're making use of that. I don't see any sign of us using a database system with these defenders. We still don't. You still haven't answered if your ladies can be handsome. But
at least he's put it out there.
Right. Exactly. You can't. You got to shoot your shot. You got to shoot your shot. So
what's the point of you've had every comment read out? So there you go. Now going back to other people.
Getting back to it is for sure. But yeah, just released the players with 6 months left on there. Yeah. And then Adrian pointing out. Yeah. I wasn't. Yeah. Godfrey fits our DNA. Is that a slight against Spurs or something good about Godfrey?
I think he does as well. That's exactly what I think because he plays all different things.
Everton fans don't even want Godfrey. Says it all, really. Fans of teams aren't always the smartest about things. I've said some dumb shit. We've said some stuff about players at Spurs who have left to go on and do well other places. So that's my answer, really. Godfrey and Kelly are left-footed. Tosin is right-footed. Audio Artisan, thank you for pointing out what should have been obvious to me. Thank you. Yeah, we do need a left-footed player for that role. Liverpool want Kelly as well. See, Wayne Bonner with a great point. If Tosin's coming back from an injury, is it worth taking the risk? We've got enough injuries as it is.
He's still out injured at the moment.
Shit. I'm sure Godfrey has been in some England squads. Don't think he's had a cap though.
He was in the under-21s. He's been well capped for the under-21s he's played. He's I think he's a decent player. But here we go. Bobby was pointing out Austin because I couldn't remember the name.
Keeper's name.
Brandon Austin.
And Bobby says that we need to buy out Lloris come January.
That'd be one of the more expensive ones to buy out. But yeah.
You've got Daniel. I've actually seen as well that Liverpool want Kelly yet. You have Ronnie saying, "Hi, Ronnie." You say,
"Ronnie, what's up, Ron?"
We have no money to spend in January, according to Ronnie.
Is Ronnie Daniel Levy? Do you watch my show, Daniel?
And then you have all the artisans saying, "What's 1/4 up to these days?"
Would cost a lot of money at Villarreal. I think.
Still at Villarreal.
They really like him over there too. From
very good player.
Yeah, he has been for sure. Jose spot on. Released the goalkeepers. The fact they're still here after all this time and they have not even touched the pitch in a cup game shows there's no future for them here. Yeah, agreed, dude. Totally agreed. It's actually kind of embarrassing. It's like a really weird oversight or something by somebody. I don't understand how that sort of like whenever we had to like give away or whatever. Why can't I think of his name? The fullback that we recently just like gave away because we had too many players. We had loaned too many players away. Yeah. We're like, oh yeah, we'll loan it to you, and then we're like, oh, checks books. Oh shit, we've loaned out too many players. Oh, you can just have them. Just take them. But yeah, everybody, this comment up is the truth. Please, guys, go to both channels as it streams on both channels and smash the like on each one. And if you haven't subscribed to one or the other, please do it. It would just be so sweet of you. So yes, that is the other one there where this show is also being broadcast. El Tel Cockerel.
Cockerel.
Boom. And yeah, Bobby K said exactly what I said. Lloris would be the most expensive out of the keepers to buy out, but he is the one who is in decline on the highest wage. It's time to go. Okay, fair. Yeah, I get it though. You're agreeing, but yeah, making a point, and I agree. It's a good point. But he has supposedly been helping Vicario settle in and to learn, which is, a good thing. That's worth some money in my opinion. But what's the point? Says when he thinks of Godfrey, he sees an image of a donkey smiling as he laughs at the thought of us signing him at the same time. Well, we'll have to see. Maybe this is where the data-driven stuff doesn't match your eye test. What's the point? Perhaps. I'm just pointing out a perhaps type situation. And maybe we'll see that these data-driven things actually work and our eye tests aren't as good as we thought. We'll have to find out once January comes around and we see who we drag into this club. Here's more, though. Thank you. I'm sure Daniel Levy can found a couple pounds down on his couch in order to help fund a center back. Yeah, man. Except for you think that guy uses actual money. He's just got cards. That guy hasn't used cash in a million years. I bet. There's no pound coins in there. Ronnie, though, saying that David Ornstein said there isn't much money to spend in January. Where's it all going? Where's the money, Daniel?
Show me the money.
Yeah. Come on.
There's a fella who can't touch any money at the moment who's been indicted in America, and he might need a few bob, so the club are now giving him some money.
That's hilarious. That maybe there's a point there.
He stashed it under his bath like they used to.
Oh man!
That was the thing in England. They stashed.
No, I was going to ask. I said Really?
Yeah, it's a big thing.
Interesting. I'll have to think about that next time I go to stash a bunch of cash somewhere. Okay, cool. See, now I'm learning. I love learning new things. Every show, I swear, something new. But Daniel E said I would in general ask Lloris about retirement and ask him to still be involved at the club. We'd still have to pay him off though, probably, right? I mean, he wouldn't just forego those wages. But yeah, that's a good idea. Ben, yes, Ben. Saying hi, Jose. This is Ben. I assume is a good buddy of yours. Saying came on 2 hours late. You watch it back.
Ben's come through because I've got this on both channels. So Ben's come through on the Old Tail Cockerel channel. He's made this comment.
Ben,
so I've asked Ben to sub across to Talk and Ball because on my channel I've put the comment up. But Ben is a co-host with Soji on Come On You Spurs TV. So I met Ben through Come On You Spurs TV.
Awesome.
So that's where Ben's from.
Well, thanks for joining us, man. Very, very nice to have you. We always like adding more members to the Spurs family we're creating here. Jose, I just realized it's been over an hour. Do you have to
carry on? I'm fine for a minute. Can you carry on?
Okay.
I'll tell you when private.
Gotcha. Okay. Yes, sir. Daniel E says that Hugo was a top-level goalkeeper for over 10 years. I think his knowledge and experience would be vital if he was willing to stick around in a non-playing role. But guys,
can I say that there is a big, well, Vicario said it when he's interviewed, but a lot of people have said that behind the scenes he hasn't caused any rifts, he hasn't caused any disharmony, and all he's done is got on with his job. But he's also been helping out Vicario. So they all do their drills. All the goalkeepers will do their drills in their parts of their training because they'll train separately from the teams, and they'll do the goalkeeping drills. So he partakes, he does all the drills, does everything, but he's also helping out Vicario. Vicario said this himself openly and freely.
Yeah.
But Lloris has been a big help for him.
Definitely.
That's awesome.
And he likes him as well. He likes Lloris because he is a likable character.
But didn't Lloris refuse to leave over the summer because he wouldn't be getting a guaranteed starting role? So to me, that just says that playtime's very important to him. You would think. I don't know. I think that he still thinks that he's got it in the tank and can still, play. But I don't know. That's tough. It's very tough.
I think he likes it too much in England. He doesn't want to go back home. I think he likes it over here.
I like it over there. I didn't want to come back home either, so I get it. Yeah. I get it. We got Wayne Bonner though. So yeah, I guess you guys make a good point about Hugo, and I hope he would stay around, and everybody loves him, and that's great. But I just don't know if he thinks his playing career is over yet. So if he would be ready to do that.
When I went to Nice, boys, right? This is an interesting thing. When I went to Nice, that's where Lloris was born. I absolutely love him.
Oh yeah, I bet they've got like a shrine to him there.
Fan everywhere I went. And I said, "What do you think of Lloris then?" And they go, "Oh, Hugo." They love him.
That's. I mean, how can they not? He's the best athlete to ever come from there, probably, or one of them. Yeah.
And
French captain.
He's from an aristocratic family, so he came from a good stock.
Yeah. That's cool. That's awesome that he's got so much love back home, but he doesn't want it. But it's odd that he doesn't want to go back there because I think they were one of the clubs that wanted him, but I guess they couldn't pay him what he was looking for.
I think everybody loves our training ground. They don't want to leave. Even Jose Mourinho, he said, "I love it here." He didn't want to go home.
Mr. Levy, you did a good job with the training ground, buddy. We appreciate that. Show me the money. Show me the money. Ronnie, what does everyone think about Wolves? I think a 3-0 defeat with Dyer and Royale at CB. Well, we could kind of get in. I was going to say, I looked to the Molyneux. What do you guys? What do you guys think? Okay, that's right. Everton has a well galvanized defense, like a roof with a hole in it. I mean, if it's just a small hole.
I just want to catch up with the chat before we go into the next segment about Molyneux.
Yeah.
So. You've got Ben saying my pleasure on the comments we made. Benny saying Lloris should have been kicked out after refusing to come out after Newcastle. Time to go.
I actually agree with you.
I assume you're going like this when you said time to go.
I really do agree with Ben.
And then you've got.
I'll agree with you.
You've got the Mexican. What's the point? Saying my Mexican friends told me that their centre back Sebastian Cáceres is leaving for Tottenham. And his replacement is already now taking his place in the team.
I've actually heard that. I think we talked about that yesterday. Somebody posted that yesterday. That's awesome.
There you go. Look at that.
I've got an admirer.
Yeah.
Looks that way.
And Ben's saying he's subbed already. Ben,
thanks, man.
Right.
Appreciate you.
That takes you to the segment about Molyneux, about the comment that was made by Ronnie. And you were going to touch upon this. Although, can I say to everybody that's watching, tomorrow, 4:00 show, Friday is the prediction show. So we can make our predictions for the whole of week 12 tomorrow. And we are running the league table. Anyone can join. It's free to join. And the winner will just get the award of being known as the Talking Pool champion predictor for 2023-24.
Boom. It's going to be me, guys. Whoever wants to compete for second place, totally fine. And real quick. I just apparently, what's the point? So we've already offered $7 million for that Cáceres fellow. Cáceres. We've already offered some.
You got any details on this lad?
Sebastian Cáceres plays for Club America.
How tall is he? He's plays centre back. Obviously,
he's a centre half. He's Uruguayan.
Is he fast? He's Uruguayan. So you've got the Benny factor as well. Yeah.
Plays for the Uruguayan national team. Let me see if I can get some stuff about his height and stuff.
Coming from good stock.
He's 5'11". That's it, though. He's a little short.
Yeah, as long as he's fast, because you have to be fast.
Fast or tall, yeah. You can't be neither for sure.
No.
He plays in Mexico in the league for Club America in Mexico.
Okay.
So far this season, he's played 8 games in that league, and he's had 3 yellows.
Okay.
And he was born in 1999, so he's not very old. That's
24.
Good.
He's 24 years old already, and he's played for Uruguay 7 times. He got his first cap last season. He's played 7 times for Uruguay, but he's played in the under-18s, 20s, 22s, and 23s, and now he's in the Uruguay national squad. He played for Liverpool Montevideo from 2017 till 2020, which means that he would have started his first team career. Bloody hell, he would have been 18 when he started his first team career, and he made 63 appearances with 1 goal. And then he went to Club America in Mexico, and he's been there for 3 seasons, and he's made 94 appearances, scoring twice. So you're talking about a 24-year-old who's already made 157 first team appearances at 24, and he's already played for his country as well.
Could be one of those data-driven signings, because I think a lot of us, myself included, you hear 24 Mexican League, you're like, but maybe this is one of those data-driven things. He turns out to be a freaking monster,
And his full name for everyone is Sebastian Enzo Cáceres Ramos.
Beautiful, very beautiful name.
And he was born in Montevideo, Uruguay.
That's it. That's their capital.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know my capitals very well. I have a United States education. The education system here is pretty bad, so they teach us stupid stuff, but not important stuff. But
they're your South American friends.
The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. That's a joke, but they teach you stuff about like that, but they don't teach you how to balance a checkbook or anything important these days. But yeah, so Bentancur, he does play for Uruguay. He's in the Romero mold, a non-compromising central defender. Do you think they could both play together, Adrian? From anything you've seen of them, you know what I mean? That'd be wild. I'm hoping for a draw at least, says Nita. Oh, about the Wolves match. Don't want us to lose at all. And then Ben, Spurs were preparing a bid since October 23rd. Nice.
Okay.
Right. So
Ben, thank you for the.
Are we going to Molyneux then?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. And
so with Molyneux, you've got who put a comment? Someone put a comment earlier. They reckon we're going to get beaten 3-0.
Yeah,
and then you've got.
Sorry,
it was Nita as well. Nita was saying she's hoping for a draw, at least. Don't want us to lose at all.
Yep.
And
I don't want to lose either.
The person who started the chat was Ronnie, because Ronnie turned around and said, what does everyone think about Wolves? I think 3-0 defeat with Dyer and Royal at centre back.
So Wolves. I'm trying to think of how they're playing this season, of how they've looked, of how dangerous they've looked attacking wise. As long as we're potent attacking, I think we can outscore them. You know what I mean? I think the defense can do well enough to hang on and you know, and then we'll just have to outscore them. I mean, it's or I'm completely wrong and our defenders look mustard and look awesome and great. And you know, I mean, it's real. This one's almost impossible for me to predict because of how many unknowns there are in the, you know what I mean, in everything. But Jose, you probably know more about wolves than I do. So
my dogs look like wolves. They're German shepherds.
Love it.
Sorry.
No,
all I'm gonna say, right? Because I've got to shoot off. So my parting gift is gonna be, I'm not gonna go against what I thought yesterday or the day before. So I'm gonna carry on with my thinking, and right. I remember I'm gonna use these old sayings where one door closes, another one opens. My belief is, and this is only my belief, that during adversity, because we're now facing adversity because of our injuries and suspensions.
Yeah.
During our adversity, I think that this will galvanise the team. The team we saw them, Elly, you were there at the stadium. You saw how tight the team were, right? I think the team are going to be even tighter than what they were against Chelsea because they know that they're missing big players and stuff like that. And I think, right, that they're going to put in their best footballing performance of the season against Wolves. I think they're going to galvanise. They're going to strengthen together. They're going to have this we shall not be beaten attitude between them, and that and they're all going to fight for each other. And I think they will actually play football for a longer period of time than what we have done in every other game this season. So I think that we're going to get a result, and our team are going to be galvanised. The one thing I'm also going to say is that Wolves are without a great player because they're without Neto. And Neto is their outlet, has been their outlet, and he's not going to be around because of his injury. But I'm a firm believer that we are all going to stick together as a team on Saturday at Wolves, and we're going to galvanise. The players are going to be galvanised, are going to want to fight for Micky van der Ven. They're going to want to fight for a doggy. They're going to want to fight for Romero. They're going to fight for those that are not with them on the battlefield on Saturday. And I believe they're going to put in the best performance of the season so far.
I love it. You can't get much more
and
positive.
With that, we've got, what's the point of C saying, okay, the Spanish mushrooms are kicking in now for El Sol Cockerill.
I was going to say that was a party political broadcast on behalf of the Tottenham Hotspur Football Club.
Well, that's my opinion. We're all allowed to have them.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Brilliant.
And I completely am hoping that you are right. It's hard. It's really hard to say. We don't know who we're going to see out there. We don't know who we'll see in defense. Defense is a complete question mark. But we do know who we'll see offensively, and we do know that team has been putting, that front three or whatever iteration of it we'll see has been putting away goals. I guess Maddison being injured or not makes a big difference because he is the mastermind. He's the puppet master that pulls all the strings. So yeah, I can't make an accurate guess on this until I know if Maddison is going to be fit or not.
So just to say, you've got Wayne Bonner saying we're walking out of Molyneux with all 3 points.
Hell yes.
Just before we get your views from both of you, because I'm going to shoot, right? You've got these comments coming from Ben Oom again saying Tottenham submit an offer from Sebastian Cáceres. Esquivel has now taken to X, formerly Twitter, to state the Spurs have started negotiations over a potential deal for Cáceres. Yeah. Then he says that the journalist claims Tottenham have sent a formal offer to Club America to sign him when the transfer window opens in the winter. And lastly, says he alleges that Cáceres and his representatives have given the green light for the move and that the Mexican club are expected to respond to the Premier League side's offer over the coming days. Right. And then you've got, I think, what's the point? I see laughing at my comment and what I said in return. Right. Do you know what, Elly? Thank you very much for being on. Loved it. I hope to see you tomorrow when we do our predictions, whether you're in with us or whether you're making your predictions. And Colin, thank you very much as well.
Always.
Peace,
Thank you, sir.
and I'll catch up with you on my message you later on tonight when I get back from the schools. And can I thank everybody in the chat? Everybody in the chat, you're the ones that make us do what we do. We love all your comments. Please keep them coming in. No comment is not worthy of us reading out. We will read out absolutely everything. So from me, peace and love to all of you. Sub to both channels. Hit the likes on both channels because we're running them simultaneously. And I shall catch you all tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
Later, Jose.
Yeah,
See you later. Bye, lads. Bye,
See you,
lads.
buddy.
Bye.
And then there were two.
Yeah. Yes.
And then there were two. So, Elly, I just wanted to, since you're one of the more positive people about what's been going on, and I am too. Real quick, I want to get through the comments. Jose just said we get through them all, so we got to do it. Ben's saying take care. Everyone's basically just saying bye because they think we're all leaving. So that's good. We're not all leaving just yet. Elly and I are closing out with a bit of. Yep. A look. So Elly, we haven't. Do you think that?
Yeah. Well, we've always done very well at their stadium, right? We've had some cracking games there as well, like 3-2s, and they've actually battered us in a couple of them, but we've actually come out winning 3-2. So I'm looking forward to the match. I think we've got enough to beat them, especially with Brennan Johnson doing that. He's had a few cameo roles, but what a match that he played against Chelsea in that first 15, 20 minutes. It was a shame that, we had the sending offs and he had to be taken off.
I thought so too. He was doing such a good job. He really had been impressing me.
I was sort of swearing under my breath because I thought, why take him off? Because he was having a worldie.
Same.
But I can see why, because obviously Kulu on the other side. But I suppose he could have done a few things to jiggle the team around. But in terms of Wolves, I think we can beat them, but it won't be by much. I think I'm going to go with Adrian 3-2 to Spurs because that's quite a popular scoreline. Yeah,
I think that's very likely. Like I said, I think we're just going to have to outscore them. You know what I mean? I don't think our defense is going to be as rock solid as we've been seeing. But the one good thing, we do have Vicario. We got Vicario now, who we've seen, is not afraid to get out and sweep a bit if he's got to. You know what I mean? He's good in between the sticks, but we've seen now that he's good out and about, roaming around. So, I mean, if it really comes to that, I think that if the high line gets beaten, that he'll, of course, be, out at a sprint trying to, beat the player to the ball. Trying to beat the attacker. And so that's comforting to me. That makes me feel better about this like suicidally high line because we at least have a keeper who is willing to put it all on the line to make sure that he gets the block in. Nita thought we were done. We're almost done, but we're not quite there, Nita. Nearly done.
Yeah.
Niall Keynes here says, "Good evening, gang. Good evening, Niall. What's up, buddy?" Good evening, my man. And then Daniel, he said, Elly is right. The away team seems to win this fixture a lot. Even Wolves, even I
was there when Wolves beat us 2-0 when it was a disaster match. That was the worst game I've ever seen at White Hart Lane. I was at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, but I'll still call it White Hart Lane. But it was raining. I was drained, wet, and we were losing as well. And Lloris did that silly palm out. And I think it was Raul Jimenez who scored. Yeah. So we've had some good matches with them. We've had some really strong, progressive football and exciting games, especially when Traore played for them.
Oh my God, Traore! Yeah, Traore seemed to always give us trouble. He always gave us trouble.
The thing is with him, he didn't have much
end product.
Yeah, he doesn't. But the thing is, he's an exciting player to watch. And I'm with Jacob. I love him. I think he's a really good footballer, but he'd
be world class if he could finish.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic. He did score quite a few goals in his career, but they've been sporadic. He hasn't had consistency. Yeah. But look, Barcelona wanted him. So
that's true. That's very true. And so he's absolutely not shit, that's for sure. But he's not as good as he could be. He's got the tools to be better than he is. Maybe not up here though. But yeah, Hasper, what's up, dog? He's saying that he left Kulu on for the height, and I could see, I could see that. Kulu's not huge.
He's 6'1", but I don't think he left Kulu on for the height. I think he left
hold
him
up.
because he can hold the ball.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Ellie. I agree. Daniel E though saying that Vicario will activate beast mode, and he sure needs to.
I know.
We all were. See, it's so funny though that he's doing so well, because when I watched like compilation like clips of him, when I knew he was coming, it looked like he would frequently palm the ball into danger, and yeah, it's yeah, we must have coached that out of him. Yeah, absolutely, because he's looked a lot better, and is not doing that anymore. So that's one good thing. So Vicario, please activate beast mode tomorrow, Saturday. We're playing Saturday or Sunday, Ellie? Saturday. Come on.
Saturday.
On Saturday.
I've gone into an Elton John song now.
Yeah, you did. That was good though. Elton John's the man.
I love him.
But Nita is still saying a draw. Daniel E, we're getting ready to close out, so this could be our last question. He's saying, Ellie, who's better, Lennon or Adama? It's not even close in his eyes.
I'm going for Aaron Lennon, because he had more end product and he scored more goals.
And his link up seemed a little bit better too.
Player,
better passer of the ball.
Better passer of the ball. Just, I don't know, all round better player. Yeah.
Definitely. Eltel Cockerell, operating from within the shadows, is saying, please sub to Queen Ellie and the gang at youtube.com/@justagirlwholoveSpurs. There you can find Ellie. You can find Kate. You can find Jim. And definitely.
Yeah, on that channel.
Definitely. Absolutely.
We started 2 new channels as well, which I'll tell you about later.
Tell them, don't forget, I'm going to run back around. Don't forget to tell them when you're next going to be on, Ellie, and everything, yeah?
Yeah.
Bye.
Well, I won't forget. And do you want me to say it now?
Yeah. Let's have you do that.
So tomorrow I'm on with Kate, my lovely Kate, on Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs. We're doing the Premier League review, and we're going through our core predictions as well. And then on Friday evening at 8:00, I'm on another show that we've started called It's All About the Banter, right? So that's one of my ideas, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be me, Mia, and Kate. And then on, what day do we do? Wednesdays, we do To Dare Is to Debate, and that goes on 8:00 as well. I think we did it at 9:00, actually. I'm not sure. But either way, look out for the notifications. To Dare to Debate. And we have guests on that one. We had Bobby K, Hoover join us, and
get me on for sure. Get me on, Ellie.
We're going to get you on. Don't worry.
I believe that I'm freezing up. Let me see if I can get.
I'm back. Yeah, I'm back.
Yay!
It's doing very well. It's got a lot. My phoning me, so sorry about that. Yeah, it's getting
no
a
problem.
lot of views, Colin. So we're very happy and proud to put it out there, because it's 3 women on YouTube. Myself, Kate, and Mia.
Hey, my mom was saying that she wants to hook up with you guys and do some content as well. So, if you'd be interested, she's looking for more Spurs ladies. So,
I love your mom. She's fabulous.
She's one of the best. So I'll get her in contact with you or something, and you guys can plan something out.
Yeah, I'll send you a message, and whenever she wants to come on, we'll sort that out. No worries. Perfect. And yourself.
That sounds wonderful.
And Jose.
I was gonna say
or a triple. Yeah,
exactly. Jose put in the private chat that you guys are never gonna ask us on your show. He was just making fun.
No.
He was just making fun of you.
He's just having a little laugh, isn't he?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Daniel E said that he thought it was on Sunday the match, but I'm working that day, so I thought I was missing. But it's on Saturday, and you're not working. Hell yes, bro. I love that feeling. I don't work Saturdays either, and I do work Sundays, so I'll get to watch the match too. And I won't have to be working at the same time. So yeah, good news all around.
I think it's a 2:00 kickoff. I think.
Let's check.
if I'm right, I think it's a 2 o'clock kickoff. I think.
It makes it an early one for me, but I like it.
Aston Villa. I think Aston Villa is a 2 o'clock.
Yes, 6:30 a.m. for me, so it'll be 2:30 kickoff for you guys.
Yeah, 2:30 because it's the 2:30 match.
No, 12:30. I can't do math. It's 12:30. 12:30 for you guys.
12:30 match.
Yep, I'm dumb. Math is hard, guys. Don't.
Oh yeah, because they do one at 12:30 on the Saturday. Yeah, so our one we've won a lot of 12:30 matches as well. I think last season we beat Leeds United 4-0. Oh no, the season before, sorry, because last year we won 4-1. Yeah, when Lucas Moura scored that fabulous goal. Yeah.
Yep. Man, that goal was. Lucas Moura always had it in him to score a screamer, but then to also be completely, you know what I mean? I don't know. He, either great or terrible. There were no in betweens with that guy.
True.
Yeah, still love him. Still love him for what he did for us, for sure.
Up and down career with Spurs, but when he was good, was he good?
Oh yeah, exactly. What's the point saying? Got to get these ladies on screen, man, and the less clothes, the better. Oh my God, what's the point? You're on one today, but I love it. I love it.
Wrapped up today, so he's not going to get anything from me.
You got more skin from me today, bud. So yeah, show a little skin.
I've got a nice pendant on though. Can you see that?
Oh, that is beautiful. Yeah, that's
my
nice.
lucky pendant.
There you go. Good. Well, wear that on Saturday for sure. We're gonna need it. But everybody.
Funny story, Colin.
Yeah.
I've got to tell you funny. Right. So this green ring here.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Can you see it? Screen. Yeah. Right.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Right. I had that on. Right. All through. We didn't lose. And then I left it in my my pajama pocket, and it went through the washing machine. And my husband said, "I found all your rings in the washing machine." And I said, "Now we're going to lose because it's been rinsed." But now what I've done, my daughter's got this is my daughter's room, by the way. She's got a lucky stone, so I rubbed it on the lucky stone because I'm a very superstitious.
Yeah,
I am.
Good.
I've rubbed it on, so it's got its power back now.
Good deal. Yes, come on. Yes, we need it. We need it.
I had to get that story in.
What's the point? Says, yeah, sure, as if I'm really interested in your pendant. Man. And then he's good. He's a good one. And then Has says Poch never gave Lucas a fair shot in his opinion, not just the Champions League final. That could be you could say that. I just think that he so often killed attacks and ran blindly into defenders and would beat one defender just to run into the next. And I don't know, he's a frustrating player to watch for sure. But you could argue that he didn't get a lot of consistent game time. That is true.
It's true, but in the final against Man City in the League Cup, he was playing fabulous. Yeah. He went through them and he got chopped down twice, right? Because they knew he was in on goal, right? And then Mason took him off, and I thought, why? Take off Harry Winks for God's sake.
Exactly, but nope, they're buddies. Couldn't do that. Couldn't have his buddies.
I know.
But everybody. We are about to wrap up, but before I do, there was one last thing I wanted to do, and you are watching this show, so it means you already have subscribed to one of these channels. But this show has been playing on both Talking Ball and El Cockerel. So wherever you're watching, do us a favor. My cat wants to be on the show.
My cat was on the bed earlier.
I saw. But guys, do us a favor.
She loves me. She follows me everywhere I go.
The cat didn't stay for long, I noticed. The cat didn't stay for long. So let me get this here. So I have both of them in. So, guys, if you're watching on El Cockerel, hop on over to Talking Ball and give that a like and a sub. There is the Talking Ball link. Jose joins me here. This is where he can be found most of the time, but he still has his other channel where this is also being broadcast. El Cockerel. So if you're watching on Talking Ball, go over to El Cockerel and hit the like and subscribe over there. Just share the love and help everybody out. And please, guys, make sure you do that. Again, if you're watching on one, go to the other. There's the link to go to Talking Ball. There's a link to go to El Cockerel. yeah, we're doing a show. We do one 4 p.m. just about every single day. Changes a bit on the weekends. Sometimes we don't do a Sunday show. Give ourselves a day off. But yeah, guys, we'll be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. for the the score predictions and all that good stuff. I just want to, as usual, thank everybody in the comments. We really couldn't do it without you guys. The show would be nothing without you guys. You keep it going. You give us things to talk about and give us your great opinions as well. We truly, truly appreciate it. And again, everybody, today is your day. Go out and get it. Hope you have the best day possible. Hope everything goes well for you. Hope you are successful in your endeavors. So with that said, I guess we'll end it with a come on, you Spurs.
And keep on happy clapping. Come
on. Happy
Come
clappers
on,
for yes, exactly. I'm down to be a happy clapper with you. Should we play him out with the James Madison? Exactly. Who wants to be miserable? And so should I play him out with James Madison?
Yes.
Here we go, everybody. And I'll leave El Tau Cockerel link up there. Everybody, make sure that you have subscribed to that channel or else.
My team has got James Madison. James Madison is what we need. Whoa, thank God we got James Madison. This kid plays ball like you would never believe. Whoa.